Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Hearing me well? I hope.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we have this paper to do now. This paper is May-June paper 2021, much like what you're going to be getting about what? 30 days from now. All right. So regular routine. Read the following instructions carefully. This paper consists of 4 questions. 4 questions like with almost 10 parts per question. Answer all questions, write your answers in the spaces provided on this booklet. Do not write in the margins. If you need to rewrite any answer and there's not enough space to do so on the original page, you must use the extra lined pages provided in the back of this booklet. Remember to draw a line through your original answer. If you use extra pages, you must write the question number clearly in the box provided at the top of the extra page, and where relevant, include the question part beside the answer. So what they're saying here is at the back, hopefully I scanned it and we have it, hopefully. They normally has an extra page where you put the question there and put, like, for example, 3, and if you're doing, let's say, question, whichever question is, question 1, let's say doing B, and sometimes you might have a question with part 1 or 2, let's say E. So question 1, E, and you put the Roman numeral 1 or 2, depending on what you're answering. It's very important to number your questions properly. All right. Well, let's get started because right now let's call it 3:30. It's a little bit after 3:30. But you guys will see that we can go through a past paper in 2 hours, discuss the paper, and still have time remaining. Because of a truth, each IT paper is really 2 hours. 2 hours. And we'll finish this maybe by 5:15, 5:20. All right. So we want to take our time and go through it still. All right. Define the term computer vulnerability. Anybody have any answers to that question? What does it mean? All right. Think about it. The term computer vulnerability, but think about yourself. When you're vulnerable, what does that mean?
Sir, you're liable to things going wrong, or like for the computer, you're liable to like viruses and malware.
Yeah, you're exposed, right? Things can happen, right? You're not properly protected, right? For example, you live in a home and there might be a violent community nearby, your house not grilled, your car don't have alarms, and so on. That means you're vulnerable. You're walking late in the evening or at the night after 10, after 12, and so on, and it's a dark, lonely street, you're vulnerable. So computer vulnerability means that you don't have enough protection. Your computer don't have passwords on it. You cannot tap and enter on your computer. No passwords, no firewall, no antivirus. It's just exposed, just naked to the world. You just come and say, yeah, come capture my data, right? Basically, right? That's what computer vulnerability means. The computer is exposed. It's not protected. All right. Now they ask you to complete a table. All right. I don't want to be going to ask persons questions. I don't want the same person answering over and over. I would have expected that you guys went through this. Even if you guys, I'll tell you this. In my opinion, my humble opinion, it is better when you answer a question and get it wrong than get it right. When you get it right, many times you're not mentally engaged to figure out all the other possibilities. Right? When you win a game, you don't assess your weaknesses. You don't see where you're actually weak if you made mistakes. But when you actually fail, somebody beat you to it, you come second or third or last, or you get a question wrong, then now you have to evaluate, did I understand the question? Did I think the wrong thing? Where did I go wrong? Do I know the answer to the question? That is what normally happens when you get a question wrong. And what it means is that more than likely you will not get it wrong again. All right. But so please answer the question, even if you're wrong, you have to just answer the question. At least we can have a discussion and then we can correct you on work on the process so that you don't make that mistake again. Complete the table below by classifying each of the following vulnerabilities as an internal source or an external source. All right? You're going to see what they're talking about. Natural disasters such as floods, hurricanes, and earthquakes. Do you think that's internal or external?
External.
External. Thank you very much. That is craziness in the environment. As a matter of fact, your computer is not the only thing vulnerable to this. You yourself vulnerable to this, right? Earthquakes and floods and tsunamis and those things, yeah? Natural disasters, right? Employees erroneously erasing or overwriting data. What do you think that is?
External.
You're sure? Somebody using the computer, I know.
I think that's internal here.
That's internal. They're on the computer, and because they are ignorant, they don't know how to use a computer. Yeah. Right? That's internal. Lack of antivirus software to scan email attachments.
Internal.
Internal. Damage to hardware and software from electrical power surges and spikes. JPS are sent through some power surge.
External.
External to damage your computer, right? That's external as well. All right. Part C. All right. Computer users can be the greatest threat to a computer's, to a company's, computer security. State 2 examples of strategies used to mitigate threats from users. So here's what you can think now. You might not know about a company, but you're at a school. Consider your school your company. States and I want 2, I want about 4 or 5 ways in which your school uses some kind of security process to prevent students, which are part of the company, from damaging the computer or so on. So number 1, come talk to me. Computer users can be the greatest threat to a company's computer security. State 2 examples of strategies used to mitigate threats from users. We go about 4. When they go at every computer lab, what do you see before you go in the lab? Rules. Well, computer rules are one. You have rules. You don't eat on the computer lab and support in the computer lab. Although I am the most, what should I say, criminal person when it comes to that, because we always eat in the computer lab. Right, but you have rules, yes. What else?
Series of
Password.
Passwords, yes. That's another big one. What else? What do you see when I go to the computer lab? Before you even come in the computer lab, what do you see?
Like a lock or like a
Oh,
exactly.
lock on the
you have
lab.
locks and grilled doors. Yeah, that's what happened. The computer lab is secured. That's 3. There's another one too. You see them normally in room 19. Some Kensington locks, some cables that run along, not the data cables, you know, with our, should I say, Ethernet cable. You have some general little black cables that run along that lock the computer to the desk. When they're going to flow stores and courts, I see the computers on the desk and some cables there that anchor it to the desk. Those are Kensington locks. They prevent you from running away with the computer. All right, from physically running away. So you have burglar bars and doors, passwords, Kensington locks. You have firewall programs. You have antivirus programs. You have backup programs that will back up your files just in case you lose them, you can restore them. You have biometric systems, thumbprint, retina scan, stuff like that. All of those. You watch movies, sometimes somebody put on their thumb on a little screen and it scanned it. Yeah, biometric scans. All of those are ways in which you protect computers. A company can protect the computer. You have encryption too. All right, encryption is where the data is encoded in a way that it doesn't make sense. you have to have a particular key to decode it. So it actually makes sense. So let me give an example. One that I always use. When you bigger children are talking to your friends or on the phone or they come over to your house, I have a little fast, like a cousin, or like a sister come on you, you start talking, code so they can't understand you. Yeah, that's what you call like encryption. All right. So they want when they talk about it, you talk pig Latin, any character, whatever foolishness that is, can't do that. Right. So that's how you encode data so the person can't really understand what you're saying. All right, that's an example of encryption. All right, so those are different ways a company can protect its data. All right. Distinguish between the terms computer security and cyber security. This is not difficult. Just, all right, what does the word security mean, first of all? What does the word security mean? Hmm? Come on, guys, talk to me. What does the word security mean?
The act of keeping something safe.
All right, keeping something safe. All right. So the difference now is computer security versus cyber security. Every time you hear the word cyber, what do you think of? Or
The
where?
internet. The internet.
Internet. Thank you very much. So cyber security has to do with security or protection on a network, whether internet or any other network. Computer security means just a regular standalone computer not connected to a network. So a standalone computer like a laptop at school, you're not connected to the network or anything like that. That's computer security. And cyber security means that you're connected to a network, primarily the internet. That's the difference between the two. So if you really look at computer people tend to be logical people. If you really pay attention to the word and decipher the words, you have a general idea what it means, even if you don't even know the topic. All right. Part E of question 1. Criminals acquire credit and debit card details from unsuspecting people and use this information to make fraudulent purchases and cash transactions. State the term used to describe the scenario above. You get my credit card and debit card. Thank you very much. You get my credit card and debit card, and you pretend like say you are me online. And you're gonna shopping and buying stuff. Right? Identity theft. All right. Outline 2 appropriate methods which can be used to prevent this scenario above.
Biometrics and passwords.
Really? I don't think so. No, you could say that, but for someone to say that and say that is true, that could work, is someone who's not very knowledgeable. Because believe me, I've had this done to me already, and biometric and password couldn't save my skin. The first thing you can do is if you lose your information, call the bank and tell them so they block your card. First step. All right. You can use a PIN in some cases, like they can go to the ATM and draw the money, but they go shop online. When they go shop on Amazon, Amazon don't ask you for a PIN. They already ask for the CVV number at the back of the card, and the person already has your card. So they know the CVV number and just put it in anyway. So the only thing you can do is try to keep your information safe. You can prevent them from actually withdrawing cash by keeping your PIN a secret. Don't write it on the card. Call the bank to block your card. And there are some apps now with some banks that when you miss your card, they can go on the app on your phone and lock the card with the app. So they can't really use it. Those are options that you have. But this is kind of difficult to work through. If you outline 2 appropriate methods, which can be used to prevent the scenario in part 1, that's difficult to do, right? Just calling the bank is one. Trying to keep your PIN safe, because some people have little sleeve-like things that have the cards in, and they put their PIN in the little sleeve-like thing with their debit card and so on. Like that, a criminal who finds out like smiles and like, yeah, go and empty your bank account. And there's something that banks are doing now. You have a 2-step verification that they do. wherein even if someone withdraws money with your debit card or your transaction with a credit card, they'll send that text to your phone or email, wherein for about a few hours you can call the bank and stop that purchase. So if you have a debit card or credit card, well, you're young children, but for the adults in the group, if a debit card or credit card and you're properly registered and set up with the bank, you can find that, and if you never lose your phone, but if whenever you have a credit card or debit card, and you change your phone number, always call the bank and update the information. Because what the bank tends to do is that they tend to send you a text message every single time a credit card or debit card is used. And it's like within 5 minutes or sometimes within a couple of hours, so you can stop the purchase. Because they don't always send the money over to the merchant at the same time. All right. Okay, part F. The following database table, which is named contacts, shows the records for several individuals registered at a university, including the code of the degree being pursued by each person. So here is an example of the database table. All right. Describe the steps needed to manually add a record to the existing database table contacts. What are the steps needed to add another record? A record is a row. A record is a row. A field is a column. Remember that. We did that from last year. So come, talk to me, people. Tell me what I got.
Sir, select final record and press enter, sir.
Exactly. Go to the final record, press enter, and then type in the data. Thank you very much, sir. All right. While adding a new record to a table, sorry, let me go again. While adding a new record to a table, data is entered in a particular field, and a dialog window pops up indicating that the entered data is invalid. State the reason for the dialog box popping up. The data entered is invalid. Give me an example of what that would occur. Validation rule, but what particular validation?
Sir, the data type is incorrect, sir.
Yeah, it is incorrect, but in what way? That's what the dialog, what is it? You typed in numbers in a field that should have words, or type in words in a field that have numbers. I did a type error. That's one. Two, you can enter data, but the format is wrong. For example, it will tell you that you should have, you type in an email address, and it says that, okay, you should have at the host website. You forget the part that says at Yahoo or at Gmail. I'll tell you that is how it should be written. Because I've seen persons, and not about like a long time ago, just a few years ago, typing in email address, and I say at Yahoo. Let the person type in, let us say Joe at Yahoo. They put in JOEATYAHOO. They don't have a clue is the at symbol shift and number 2. Right? So those are things you might pay attention to. Or you're entering dates, and you should have day, month, year, and you have month, day, year differently. So those are things. The data entered is in incorrect format, incorrect data type, or sometimes the wrong range. You should enter data that has 6 characters to 8, you enter 4 or 5. Those are possibilities. All right. Outline how the error outlined in F could be fixed. Well, we just cannot state that. Correct it by enter the correct format, or enter the correct range, or so on. That's all that it really is. Okay, part 4. The steps below, not in the correct order, are required to run a simple query on the contacts table to extract all records, where the gender is male and the degree is 020. Complete the table by inserting the numbers 1 to 6 in the column labeled step number to order the given step. So We're going to put the things over here, the numbers, whether 1, 2, 3, 4, or whichever number that you know that that's how it should be done. Let's read through this first. Click query design. All right. Set criteria by clicking criteria row. Okay. From the query design view, select contacts. Okay. Set the criteria by clicking that. From the create tab, go to the group. Okay. All right. So read through this and tell me which step you do first. Which one should be numbered one?
Query design.
Go again.
Click query design.
No, that's not number one. It's, let me tell you, be careful this, guys. Make sure you read through all of them first. Because if you get one wrong, it's worth every other one after that. And if you get the first one wrong, chances are every one of them will go wrong after that. So read through very carefully and see where you'd start.
From the create tab, locate the queries group.
Exactly. That is number one. From the create tab, click the query group. So this here is number one. That's number one. All right. Let's continue. What's number two now?
Click query design, sir.
Right, click query design, that's number two. So this one here is number two. All right, now hurry, no answer nothing more because you're gone two already. Come guys, come talk to me. After the number two here, so now what is the next one? Number two is click query design.
From query design, you select the contacts.
Thank you very much. This is number three. All right. Thank you. Where else we're going to go now? Yeah. What else? Where's number four? Come on, peoples.
Third and last one.
Go again.
The last one. Double
All
click.
right. The last one is 5. A 5 or a 4? Which one do you know? 5 or 4? Which one do you know? Think of 5. 5 or there? Think so.
No,
1 to
sir,
6.
4.
4 there. All right, so it's a 4. All right, cool. Yeah, 4 there. Cool. But the good thing now is that it doesn't matter which order you do at the last two. The last two, the order doesn't matter. So come, talk to me now. So make life easy for you. 5 and 6, or this can be 5 and 6. It doesn't matter which one the criteria you put in first. Or sorry, which criterion is entered first. This one can be 5, and then this one 6, or vice versa. Doesn't matter which criterion you enter first. Fair enough, young peoples?
Yes, sir.
4 marks, then cheap with that. 4 marks, what we do? Should I give you 6? Identify the record numbers that would be extracted from the table contacts for run the query. All right. So look at the table up here. So now all the males with a code of 02, degree code of 020. So talk to me, young people. Tell me, give me the name of the 2 people who are going to get extracted. 2 or 1 or 20, whichever one.
7 and 14, sir.
All right, who else agrees? Mr. Nahari says 7. Jones Smith, or Smith Jones, sorry, and Brian Joseph. Why? Because they are both males, right? And the code is 020. What is that? 7 and 14. Everybody see that? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Christopher is contemplating using cloud-based storage. Anybody know what cloud-based storage is? Does anyone know what cloud-based storage is?
A software to store data like iCloud or Google Drive.
Okay. Like what? Like which one? Come again.
iCloud or Google Drive.
Okay. The problem is how you define it first. The examples are correct, but the definition that came before that kind of threw it off a bit. So I give you some time to correct that.
Sir, storage that is used to backup, sir. Backup storage.
Nope. True, but nope. You wonder why I say true, but the answer is no? Because it is used to backup, yes, but it is online on the internet. iCloud, Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, any one of those stuff. It is stored online. So you can access it from anywhere in the world. That is the thing. All right, with cloud. And then about cloud-based anything, cloud anything, it is on the internet. All right. To assist Christopher with his decision making, complete column 2 of the table below by stating true or false for each of the following statements about cloud-based storage made in column 1. All right, so column 1, true or false? We're going back to primary school days. All right. Users can access their data whether they have access to the internet or not. True or false? Really? You guys thinking about that?
True, sir.
So tell me the answers were true or false? Users can access their data whether they have access to the internet or not. True or false?
False.
False. Thank you very much. Just let's say you have to store it online, it's on the internet. So if you don't have internet access, you can't access your data. You can't access it. Come on, guys. Data is stored on multiple computers all over the world. True or false?
True.
True. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Gmail all use cloud-based storage. True or false?
True.
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 Thank you very much. Users know exactly where their data is stored. True or false? Exactly where means geographic location. Know which country, which city, which town, zip, you know all of that stuff. Exactly where it is. They can't find it.
False.
False. Exactly. You know where, because if a Facebook, you know it's on Facebook. If a Instagram, you know it's on Instagram or Twitter, whatever. You know, it's there. But you don't know where in the world that they are. Could be Africa, could be Australia, could be anywhere, right? The cloud is an unlimited and powerful remote network of interconnected computers.
True.
False. It is powerful remote network of interconnected computers, but it's not unlimited. There's a limited amount that you can have. Maybe a big limit, but it is limited. The keyword is unlimited. Cloud-based storage providers give free storage up to a certain limit. True or false?
True.
True.
True. Thank you very much. Outline the main difference between system software and application software. We discussed that in chapter 1. System software and application software. What's the difference between them? Anybody? And that is 2 marks. Black sheep, probably anyway.
Sir, system software, sir, is used to enable the computer to function overall, sir. And application software is used to enable the computer to complete specific tasks.
Go again, repeat that one, please.
Sir, system software is used to enable the computer to function overall, sir. And
Okay, all right.
application software is used to enable the computer to complete specific tasks.
Okay. I'd say switch the word from computer to the specific task as opposed to the user. Application software is really for the user, me and you. But system software is generally the computer software, system software that manages all the resources of the computer. All right? Okay. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Understood? All right. State one example of a hardware device with a user interface.
A touch screen, sir.
State one example of a hardware device. Cool, very much so. Hardware device, yeah, with a user interface, right? So touchscreen is the best example. So it's a hardware user interface. That's the best example you can give. Thank you very much, my dear. 4 basic tasks are carried out by the hardware components of a computer system. State the name given to the sequence of events that represents these tasks.
Input processing, sir, output and storage.
Thank you very much. All right, IPOS 1 mark. So when I give 1 mark for this, so if you get like a 2 right, you get half a mark, or quarter mark if you only get 1. 1 mark, then me will look at marks and one. Classify each of the following data entry devices as either manual data entry or direct data entry. Mouse. The rat. Tell me now how that. Manual or direct?
Manual, sir.
Manual.
All right. Thank you very much. Optical character reader, like scanners.
Direct.
Direct.
Direct. Thank you very much. A light pen.
Manual.
Manual. And a sensor.
Direct.
Direct.
Direct. Thank you very much. Very good. Very good. All right. F. Using a word processor. Anybody can give me examples of word processors? Word processors. Give me some examples of word processors.
Microsoft Word.
Microsoft Word.
Google Docs.
Google Docs. WordPad. You know, Word Perfect. Some of them, you know, you might not know still. But yeah. All right. But those are good examples. Google Docs, Microsoft Word, WordPad. Those are good examples. Using our processor, a graphic artist designed the following flyer to email to potential clients. He/she also plans to distribute hard copies for advertisement purposes. All right, cool. Thank you very much. So here's a flyer right here. So, all right, so pay attention to it. This is a column here, this is a column here. All right, let's get to work. State the name of the feature used to create a connection between the flyer and the company's website. See it here. What's the name of the feature that used to create a connection between the flyer and the company's website?
Hyperlink, sir.
Hyperlink. Thank you very much. The connection between the flyer and the company's website is to be tested before the flyer is distributed. State the reason for having to do this test. Not easy like cheese. I mean, right? Really?
Wait, sir, could you repeat that one for me, please?
It's on the screen. The connection between the flyer and the company's website is to be tested before the flyer is distributed. State the reason for having to do this test.
To ensure that the link is correctly.
Make sure the link is correct or that it's working. Yeah. Come on, guys. No brain a slow down, man. At the time when the brain should have clicked like on 12 cylinders, like a high performance car. Identify 2 formatting features used in the design of the first column of the flyer on page 10. Two formatting features you notice were used. In the first column, in this slide.
Italics.
Italics. Where's the italics? In the first column? The first column, you know, darling.
Never mind. Table.
Well, tables are used, yes.
Justification.
Just, nope. Justification, not even over here, so. So
I
come
would
talk to me.
center line in the one.
Centering, yes. This whole area here, so it's centered, and this too. What else you see?
Full caps.
Caps here. Font color. What are those things? Font size. Really, guys? Why am I actually life for fun on the brain there, you know? When I'm hungry, not you. When I smell the sun, on the belly, I make noise and the mouth there water. Focus, keep focus, please. We soon finish. Identify two page motivation. Okay, sorry. The graphic artist would like to amend the Word document he created in order to produce a new flyer, but would still keep a copy of the original document. Describe how he would create the updated document. You want to create a duplicate of this document so you can do whatever you want to do with it. But you want to keep the original one. What would you do?
Save a copy.
Sir, could you save it? Save a copy and then edit the copy.
Yeah, you use
That way
save
you still
as.
have the original.
Right, you use save as feature. Thank you very much. Thank you. Name one word processing feature that would allow you to protect your document while you're working on it, and state one feature would protect the final document. What would protect your document while you're working on it? Let's start off with that one first.
Sir, autosave.
Auto save or saving. All right, and want to always save it after you finish. Password. You can password protect your document to save it with a password. So they're opening it, it asks you for a password, and then no, if you don't have the password, they can't open it. All right, question number 3. Kimarki Care Home is an educational institution. Each year, the curriculum is upgraded to ensure full spectrum coverage. This year, the master timetable will be made available via the school's virtual learning platform and has to be arranged to include the physical and virtual delivery modes with tutors based locally and overseas. Identify the type of network that would be most suitable for ensuring connectivity between a physical computer in 2 different locations as well as the online classroom. So tell me.
WAN.
Wide area network is fine. Thank you very much. All right. Complete the following table by stating whether the listed transmission media items are wired or wireless. Okay. Twisted pair.
Wired.
Wired.
Infrared.
Wireless.
Wireless.
Coaxial.
Wired.
Wired.
Microwave.
Wireless.
Wireless. Thank you. No, microwave is wireless. Let me show what the microwave.
Wireless.
It's wireless. Let me show what a microwave looks like. Microwave. I'm not talking about the one that you put in your kitchen. All right. Microwave. Images. No, not those. Really? Wanna give me the other one then? Oh. Okay. let me do this then. Microwave communication. Here they are, like these cell tower something, see them there? These cell tower stuff. Satellite images and, you understand?
Yes, sir.
All of these are microwaves. Them big something, so some of them are some parts are OG, so old time technology, dinosaur stuff, yeah? All right, cool. As a matter of fact, it is believed that some technician was working on a microwave like that. He was in an area and one of the cables were damaged, and when he passed by it, it is said, as I say, tell you, he had a cheese sandwich in his lunch kit or lunch pan. And when he walked by it, it melted the cheese. So I better say invent microwave. That's what was said. That's all it, and it's not just make it up, it's actually someone who actually read. That's how they invented microwave and way back in the day. All right. The following spreadsheet is part of a master timetable issued for the institution for the September 2021 academic year. All right. Okay. The administration of the institution would like to be able to easily view the days when most students are engaged. List the steps to be taken in the correct order to create a graphical representation of this information. Wow. So tell me, young people, how you do that?
Sir, so that the range of cells, sir, that should be in the graph, sir. Sir, D1 to E11, sir. Then next, select the insert tab, sir, and select chart, sir, and select the chart you want to use.
Okay. All right, fine, fair enough. Yeah, but as they finish, must label the chart, to label the chart and the axis and the y-axis and so forth, yeah? Cool, that's good. Using the spreadsheet on page 12, write the function or formula to calculate the average number of students in the class. All right? The function or the formula, that's what I said. Function or formula. I'm gonna ask you for the function first. So come some smart person, tell me now. The function would be?
E equal AVG from,
You know what? Put it in the chat. Guys, put your answer in the chat. Let me save myself some trouble. Put thine answers in the chat. Okay. Do not direct message me, please. Put in the chat for everybody to see. Thanks much. Interesting. I see one here. Every one of them I'm seeing so far seem correct, except this one. Control C. I'm wondering why you write it like this. Except this one. I'll put it here. Right? I'm curious. Why is it written like this? I'm at 10. I've not seen someone write a average function like that. I'll go and try it out. I'm going to try it out right now. Just so everybody can see. 5, 7, 9, 3, All right, equal average, open bracket, A1 colon A4, comma 4. Give me the right answer. I think 5 and 7, 12, and 9, 21, and 3, 24. 24, and this is 4. It should be 6. 24 divided by 4 is 6. So I give me 5.6. I move this 4 and see what happens here. So 4, 6. This is an interesting function you have alerted me to. I'm going to figure out a function here. Comma 4 divided by 4 divided by 4 by 4 5.6. That's what it did. The function is incorrect. The function is incorrect. All right, the correct function would have been something, would have been this. You actually had it right you had it correct until you actually put the comma, whatever else after it. All right. Okay. And the formula, could you put the formula now in as well? It says function or formula. So could you guys please put the formula now in the chat? You did the function already? So don't direct message it, put it straight in the chat. So that everybody can see it. Put the formula now in the chat. Okay. All right. Most people I see have it right, except one here. Control C. And I'll put this here. While this would give you the same answer, right? Control V. While this would give you the same answer, the truth is you still use the function in it. You use a part of it is a function, because once you use a word or a term, you're using a function, right? So once you use the sum in it, that you're using a function. But good attempt though, guys, very good attempt. All right, now we go to part 3. Create the formula in cell F2 to output yes if the class is over 30 students. So if the class is over 30 students, output yes. All right, so write what you need to write and put that in the chat too, please. Question 3. Put that in the chat. Thanks much. Come on, guys, work on that if function now, please. I hope you are giving you 5 minutes to get it done. Okay, guys, let me tell you what it is, right? Create from Excel F2 to output, yes, if the class has over 30 students. In F2, so talking about this person here. All right, so that's E2. Let me write this for you, because you guys struggling over this. But equal if open brackets F2, comma, hold on. Make sure the correct cell is using E2, not F2. All right. The F2 greater than or equal, or greater than 30, not equal to 30. Greater than, sorry, yeah. It's greater than 30, comma, then put yes. Otherwise, put no. That's it. That's all that's required. Generally, that's a general idea of how it will be written. Everybody see that? Clearly, comfortably?
Sir, I
All right.
thought
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
I never knew that if sir was a formula, sir. That's what I said.
What? It's a formula, it's function. Let me look at this thing again. Let me go down because it's down here. Create a formula in cell. Whoa. This is the problem, you know. When an examiner writes a book and I tell you that you need to be careful about writing functions and formula. When there's a function, they mean function. When they mean formula, they mean formula. But there's no formula that can generate what is asked here. So it has to be a function. That's the problem. So they themselves give a rule and the examiner is breaking the rule that they gave when they write their book. But so you go. But what I gave you here, this represents the answer. All right? That is the answer. Identify the steps to be followed to copy the formula in cell F2 to the range of cells from F3 to F11. What are the steps? Step 1 is to, there are multiple ways you can do it, you know. At least 2 ways I can think of, I can do it quickly and easily.
Sir, select the cell, sir.
Step 1. Step 2 is to
Put the cursor
Copy.
hold on, one at a time, please. One at a time. Mr. Nahari, go ahead. Select the cell.
Sir, put the cursor at the bottom right hand corner, sir, of the cell, sir, and then drag, sir.
Let me pull it down. All right, that's one way. Call the fill handle. So what you're saying is this. Then I'll put it right at the bottom right hand corner. When it changes to us, let me turn off the highlight on this thing. So everybody can see it better, hopefully. When it changes to this thin black cross the fill handle, I can pull down and it will replicate the formula downward. Somebody else, will return what you would do. There's at least one other way. You can copy. Then you can highlight these and then click paste. That's another thing you can do as well. All right. Those are the other ways in which you could get that done. Copy and paste or use the fill handle. All right, turn on my highlighter so you guys can hopefully track where my little rat is. All right, cool. So we finished with that question and now we're gone here. So you guys were given some chances to work on this. As you can see now it's 4:30 and we are, which question we have left? Question 4 or one question we have left. And this is about 4:30 now. It's only about an hour. So you see that your exam can be done comfortably within 2 hours, you know. Can be done comfortably in 2 hours. You can do this exam comfortably in 1.5 hours. If you're really skilled, you can answer all the questions and get them done in 1 hour. You have to really be efficient, you know, and be comfortable and confident in what you're doing. Do not leave any question unanswered. After you finish your paper and you go through it, even if you think everything is done already, go through your paper, slowly, methodically look through it, starting from the back where most of the points are. Whenever you're looking over your paper, young people, start from the back. As a matter of fact, I tell people, start your exam papers from the back, because all the questions with the big marks and the bulk of the marks start there at the back of the paper, section 2. That's where all the big questions are. All right. Anyway, are the questions with the big marks. Consider the algorithm. We've done that question, yes. Consider the following times table algorithm. Set the value to 7. Write number, comma, product, right? So we're going to space a little bit. For number equals 0 to 12. So number going to be equal to 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? For number going to become 0 to 12. Product is going to be equal to whatever the value of number is, which in the first is 0, times value. So 0 times 7 is 0. Then you write the number, which is 0, and then the answer that you get, which is 0, and then 0 times 7 is 0, right? Then you go number equal to 1. Then 1 times 7 is 7. You want to print 1 and 7. Then you print number becomes 2, right? Because from 0 to 1 to 2, so it moves to 2. And then 2 times 7 is 14. You output 2, output 2. Hold on. Number, yeah, you output 2, and then you output 14. Then you go again. It goes to 3. Number is equal to 3. Then 3 times 7. So it's 3. And then they multiply by the 7, you get 21. So that's the timetable, how it works. Yeah? And then you end the for loop. State the names of the variables and the constants. So look at the program up here, so, and give me the names of all of the variables there.
Sir, number and product.
Number and product. Thank you very much. And the name of the constant is?
Value.
Value. Thank you very much. Easy like cheese, easy like peas. Name the type of construct that is being used. What is the kind of construct being used here, so?
Sir, you just gave away the answer. You gave away the answer before.
I gave the answer all before?
Yes, sir, you called it.
No, tell me what is the name of the construct?
It's the for loop, sir.
Okay, thank you. So everybody pick that up in a darling there. The people who know the answer, they pick it up. Right? But sorry guys, a for loop, yeah?
So is it for loops or iteration, sir?
All loops are iteration. So you have go to loop, for next loop, repeat until loop, do while loop. Yeah. All of those are iteration because you're repeating. Iteration and repeating mean the same thing. Zin? Oops, sorry. Come back here. All right, cool. Big granny, flow chart. Yo, we not time for this item, you know. Flow chart. Draw the flow chart symbol for each of the following statements. All right, for a number becomes 0 to 12, do. What's the flow chart symbol for this?
Sir, a diamond.
Nope. Nope. It's a rectangle. Because it's a for loop, it's automatically adding 1 itself. So a for loop would say it's going to be number plus number equal number plus 1. That's what a for loop does. Throw you off, yeah? But it is a rectangle. It is not a rhombus. In a for loop, you do not evaluate to see if a number is greater than another number or less than. There's no evaluation, just simply execute the task. That's why it's called a bounded loop. Yeah. This one, 2. What is the shape for this one? Part 2.
Sir, is it a slanted rectangle?
Slanted. It's a parallelogram, ma'am. But you're correct. Parallelogram.
Sir, I don't know that word enough. I don't know that word.
Parallelogram. What? You're big grade 11. I mean, you say you're bright in the maths. Let me know that word. Parallelogram. Let me see if I can find one for you. Insert.
Sir, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Sir, I know what is a parallelogram.
Yeah, me can't not take a chance again. See here? Parallelogram, ma'am. Parallelogram.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
All right. Do this trace table now, people. Number, value, product. You just do it a while ago. So tell me. Over here, so what over here so now?
7, sir.
7 then?
7.
Then?
14.
Then?
21.
Then?
28.
Okay. Me convinced. One of the timetable, you know. I just like 2 people answering. All right, cool. Me is convinced when you don't know your timetables. All right. Then now we come to the last question where we will do this little question here. All right. The following fragment of code is part of a larger algorithm. It's a fragment of code. It's a part, it's an extract. Written to calculate the average of 2 numbers. Selection 1, selection 2. They are both integers. Average is string. Selection 1 equals 0. Selection 2 equals 0. Average equals selection plus selection 2 in brackets minus 5. Input the average is, and put product. All right. List 5 errors that would prevent the proper execution of the algorithm above. Yes, Starry, come. Get to work, young people. The first error you see is what?
Sir, I wrote down 3. That I think is probably.
All right, we're starting off first. What's the first error you see in this one? Does line number 1 have an error?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's the error in line number 1?
Sir, it should be a comma, sir.
That no matter. No matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter.
Colon.
It doesn't matter. Line number 1 doesn't have an error. Truthfully, it doesn't have an error. It can be a comma. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that. Line number 2, what is the error? If there's an error there.
Yes. Well, no.
Okay. Line number 2 have an error. Thank you very much.
No, average can't be string.
Average cannot be string. A string is a word where you can't do calculation with. Sorry, a string is a variable you can't do calculation with. It can't be string. And it can't be integer either. If it's an average, it has to be 1 data type, which that data type is what?
Float.
Go again?
Incorrect.
No, me here two. So me not show me here a while ago. It has to be what? 1 at a time, please. No, put in chat. Line number 2, the data type has to be what? Talk to me. Put it in the chat, please. Real. Thank you very much. The data type has to be real. All right, cool. Line number 3, is there an error? No. Line number 4 has no error as well. All right. In line number 6, what are the errors? So pick up 1 error already. Line number 6 have more than 2 errors. So talk to me. Tell me now what I go on.
Selection is variable.
No. You know what? We're going to type line number 6 in the corrected form. Now, please type it in the chat. Type the correct version of line number 6 in the chat. Come on, peoples. Why? I'm gonna take long. Could you cut the two look over to me, man? Oh, wow. People are work, man. Miss Cousins, you have that perfectly correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So 3 errors. Number 1 is selection 1. That's the first error. Selection 1, you left off the 1 of selection. Because this variable as it is doesn't exist in the program. And then it should be not a minus, but a divide sign here. So, and it should be 2 and not 5. So those are 3 errors just in this line alone. How much errors did you pick up again? How much errors did you pick up again? 5 errors. Yeah, make it reach. Let me go 5 errors. So 5. So far we've gone 4 errors. 3 in line 6 and 1 at line 2. Next error now at line number 7. Type in the correct thing for line number 7. No, please, young peoples. Write the correct thing for line number 7 that make the error that cause the problem. Bullseye. Miss Lawrence. The average is right. And put average, not product. You could also put by the brackets them too. Yeah, that would be good. Just the word that product need to change back to average. So those are the errors. All right. Write an algorithm that will find the average of 3 numbers. Lord, really, guys, we even better look on that because we did that in class. We do it in class in last year December with that in class as practice. We show you how to do that as an assigned task. Plus, you just saw this example. So you're not supposed to have a problem with that now. Let us say it says selection 3. So selection 1, selection 2, selection 3. Then you put plus selection 3 at the end, and then you say divide by 3. That's all. So trust me, this is one I give away marks. Part 2, I give away marks that. Then just give you the mark here. Go ahead. Huh?
Can I show you what I'm right, sir?
No problem. Let me stop sharing my screen so I can see what you write.
Sir, you have to enable me to share, sir.
Oh yeah, I forgot to start one new meeting. Sorry. Thought it was the old meeting. No problem. You can share no boss. Zoom it up a little bit here so I can see because my eyes are so hot in a boss. Start total review. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. That's cool, sir. That's fine. Never had to go through it. You never had to put in a loop still do it. Because just but the same like this one, but just have like a selection 3 this time, and I put plus selection 3 and in the brackets, then it's a divided by 3. Could have done that as well. Keep life simple. All right. At a data science laboratory, the data scientists and data engineers are required to process millions of data every second to predict weather patterns and abnormalities. This data is then sent to all employees of our network using a server. State the type of computer system that is required for each of the following purposes. processing of scientific data. What kind of computer that?
Supercomputer.
Supercomputer.
Supercomputer. Thank you very much. Distribution of data over a network.
Mainframe.
A mainframe or a server. Thank you very much. Working from home.
Mini computer. Well, microcomputer.
A micro or a PC.
PC.
Yeah, PC. Each employee is required to attend a computer training twice a month to ensure that he or she understands the function of the computer as a processing tool. Big granny. A label for label them here? This is a high school exam, this is well, a high school, but like a primary school, this is A, listen now. Identify each of the following label come A to E, one of the following input, storage. Maybe use more than once. Big granny. E is a what? Let's start with E. E is what?
A keyboard.
A keyboard, and that's what kind of device?
Input.
D is what?
Mouse.
Mouse.
Right?
Mouse.
Right. It's a rat and it's a what kind of device?
Input.
All right. C up here, so is a what? Mr. Get it wrong. Mr. Get it wrong. Come talk to me. Tell me. Get the whole point, get it wrong, man. No, so get it wrong. So tell me, just get it wrong.
What the DVD
something.
Yeah, that's something.
Oh, CD or DVD. Oh, you know, tell me system unit. All right, CD or DVD, and it's a what? What kind of device that is?
Storage, sir.
Storage. What kind of storage? Bugger. We don't forget something wrong, man. We don't forget something wrong today. Optical storage.
Optical storage, sir?
Optical storage.
Yeah, because a laser. Laser. The difference between me and you guys that we come from old school back in the day thing. I tell you already. Laser is spelled Laser, and it means light amplification stimulated by the emission of 1M of radiation. So laser was originally an acronym, and that acronym meant light amplification stimulated by the emission of radiation. It was not originally a word. It was originally an acronym. Yeah. Thank you very much. As we continues. Last question. State one device that may be found on a computer monitor that is used for video conferencing. Give one reason for your answer.
A camera.
A camera is a camera, webcam, and you have to give a reason too.
Sir, to show, to like show yourself.
Right, to show, yeah, to show yourself. That's a very interesting way to put it. So other persons can see you. Thank you very much. Give me another one, please. Other than camera, what else? A microphone.
Microphone.
Microphone, so persons can hear you. Like a laptop with microphone and camera side by side. And some regular desktop monitors have it too, so persons can hear you. Yep. And hold on. That ends your exam. And that is literally less than an hour and a half. So you see your exam can be done in less than an hour and a half. So this is the second paper we're going through now. So I don't know the people who go and come next class, you know. But I'm going to put in the chat who go and get which questions to do. So I'm going to list out, like, for example, let us say person A answer question number 1, part C, 2, part 3, part F, and let's say question number 4, part this. And someone list them also. And more than one person will get the same thing. So whenever I turn up, I'm going to come prepared to answer the questions. Yep. And I hope that by now, I hope you're not cheating yourselves and going digging for the answers before you figure them out. Because by now, you should start to feel a little bit better answering your questions. You start to feel like Listen, I can start manage, maybe I can pass the exam, yeah. And by next week, I start say, yeah, man, I'm sure this now. By the final paper, can say, I butter this up. And by for the exam to come now, the 30th, or 30th or 30th, you literally butter it up. So that's just where it is, young people. So if you feel better about your exam, next week, because you won't spend so much time delaying on the answer to the questions, we're going to do a paper 2 and a paper 1. So we're going to do January 2022 and a paper 1 paper, do both of them, and then so forth and so on, right? And we are scheduled to have a class. Let me share my screen again. We're scheduling a class that we're going to have the calendar, May 2023 calendar. Yeah, big up that one. Yeah. All right, so I get to understand that you guys have math and English. You have math and English somewhere here, right? So in this week here, so 2 days, maybe like on a Monday and on a Wednesday. That's what I mean, on a Monday. So we have class on Sunday, then we have class on Monday, then we have class on Wednesday. We are going to make sure we go through chapter 3 and 4 in the textbook. More than likely, we may do that, let's just say on the Monday. And then on the Wednesday now, I'm going to go through trace tables with everybody. And then we're also going to do flow charts. Because a trace table is easy, and we went through it before. So, well, we went on it one Sunday when we were doing some SBA work at the park. I think that was our first Sunday class. So we're going to go to review that a little bit and the flow charts, and we're done. We can wrap that up in less than 2 hours, maybe an hour, hour and a half. We can do that. And then chapters 3 and 4, hold on, Miss Marsh. Chapter 3 and 4, it may take us about the same hour, hour and a half. Not likely to take us 2 hours. So we'd actually have officially completed the whole syllabus. We could stop where we were, but me like make sure we done the whole syllabus. So by the time your exam come the following week, Tuesday, I think, we know we're done. We will have the last class here, so the 28th, and that class, I guess, we're not sure what we'll do, because I think, oh yeah, we say Mother's Day here, so those of you who have mothers, cook for your mom, treat her well, but you still have class, 2 o'clock. If you want to go with your mom, fine, go out after class, do whatever. But I'm still having class. Yeah? Okay, we're not wasting no time. So this blank slot that we have, I think we have this Sunday without a scheduled topic to do. We can review any particular thing that we have gone through now. You'd have assessed where you're weak, any little topic that you're weak, and you might want to go over a little bit also. With any revision or reteaching, fine. We can do it this Sunday. So you can do your exam 48 hours later. All right. Yes, Miss Marsh, go ahead. Your question is?
Sir, do we have to have
sir.
Go again.
Do we have to have class on the 24th?
Do you have an exam?
I have an exam the 25th.
The 25th.
Yes,
so my question to you is, oh, you're going to be going to school now, so during the day as well. You're not like the grade 11s who have time off from school. You're going to be going to school. So let me ask you this question. Seeing that the 24th is a class in preparation for your exam that you have, talk to your mom or your pops. Can you miss school that day? So you can study during the day for your exam on the 25th and come in the evening on the 24th to prepare for the exam that you have literally a week later.
Okay, sir.
No, I'm just asking, something that you can contemplate or work through or all right?
Yeah, I'll try and ask.
No problem. All right, but I'm going to have class anyway. You don't have to come. If you can go through review trace tables and flow charts on your own, not a problem. But I'm going to do it anyway. Remember we burnt basically the bulk of March. during giving you all the class time to actually work on the SBAs. So we have to work on that. Can at least catch back some of those days. Yes, Miss Shantia, you have your hand up? Okay.
Yes, sir. I was asking about the classes that you have on the Monday and the Wednesday. Are they going to be the same time as regular evening class or?
Same time, same time.
Okay, sir.
Same time of the day, 5:30 to 7:30. More like 5:30 to 7.
Okay,
I'm
sir.
starting dead 5:30 and me going to go maybe 7 o'clock. By 7 o'clock we finish. Not like we're going to go later than that. All right. Okay, guys, that's a wrap.